Tonight, on Live from the Theater Basement, the director of the hilarious musical comedy Nunsense joins us. Disaster strikes at the Little Sisters of Hoboken, where the cook has accidentally poisoned almost all of the convent. Only 5 of the sisters remain, and with a health inspector on the way, the sisters devise a crazy plan to pay for the burials. It is a laugh-filled tour de force, and the director's here to tell us all about it tonight on Live from the Theater Basement.
Canyon Pet Hospital provides full-service veterinary care. Have a pet emergency? Canyon Pet Hospital provides quality and affordable urgent care. www.canyonpet.com.
I'm your host, Chris Verrill, in this, the second to the last episode of Live from the Theater Basement. Tonight, our correspondent Jamie Hisapis talks with Dani, Commanda, the director of the hilarious musical comedy Nunsense. Tonight, on Live from the Theater Basement.
Thanks, Chris. And hey, Dani, you're doing Nunsense, right?
Yes, we are doing the show Nunsense.
And what are the dates for that?
The dates are July 22nd through August 14th.
Ah, and that cast is, how many people are in that cast, or at least main characters?
There's 5 main characters. We've got 5 main nuns, or 4 main nuns, and then Mother Superior.
Oh, of course, Mother Superior has to be there.
Yes, of course. She's a wonderful character.
And what about the music? I know that, unfortunately, Sarah couldn't join us tonight, but with the music, how learnable is it for people in the audience to maybe walk away humming tunes or anything?
I think it's pretty catchy. I think it's definitely something that, at intermission we'll hear some people out in the lobby kind of humming or tapping their foot along.
Ah, okay. And Nunsense, I mean, it sounds like nonsense, so is it a comedy?
It is a comedy. So it is about nuns who are performing a fundraiser on the high school stage because they have accidentally poisoned the rest of the convent. So they're raising money for their funerals.
Oh, that's wonderful. And with that, I know that you've got a wonderful cast in place, and I'm not going to spoil it and tell everybody who's in the cast. But when you're putting this together, putting a musical together such as this, what does it take from the director's perspective?
Patience.
Patience, of course.
It takes a lot of patience. I wish Amy was here to talk on this as well, my assistant director.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time and energy, but we've got an amazing cast of wonderful, strong performers who are really leading the way and doing everything we ask and just being wonderful people on stage, and it will be a delight for everybody to come and see.
Oh, that's funny. I can hardly wait to see it. I'm looking so forward to it.
It's going to be great. We've got some dancing, some wonderful singing. Who doesn't love seeing five
Singing nuns
dancing in habits?
I know. Hey, it reminds me of the singing nun in the 60s,
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
You're young.
know.
I know. But yeah, reminds me of the singing nun. And a little bit of a sound of music going on there too with all the nuns and that. I don't know. I just hear those things and see them. With this play, it's about, what, 90 minutes, or is it a...
Yeah, right about there.
Oh, sorry. So
Yeah.
there'll be an intermission
There
or such?
will be an intermission.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
People can get up and stretch their legs and then come back for more hilarity.
More hilarity, yes. Hilarity is always fun, isn't
Yes.
it? I know. With that, the challenges, I know what does it take, but what are some of the challenges that you found when doing the production?
Some of the challenges, one challenge that's I feel like always a challenge, is just working with everybody's schedule. That's always a challenge, and that's pretty tough. Some of the dancing, for people who aren't necessarily dancers by trade, has been a little difficult as well, but it's all coming together really beautifully.
Oh, that's cool, because I remember the musicals, I'm a mover, not a dancer.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot of practice for me when we do the dancing
Yes.
and things in the past
I
productions.
would trip over my own feet. So.
I've done that.
I get it.
Yeah, with that being a Gosh, the time is going by so slowly tonight. I can't think of any more questions to ask you. No. Okay. Gee, any suggestions from our producer over here, our director?
Tell us a little bit about what the show entails, other than fundraising nuns.
So what are some of the things that the show entails other than fundraising? That's pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. That's basically the
Yeah,
show. You know,
it's
the nuns
basically
are
the
straight
show.
out of Hoboken and putting on this fundraiser at their high school gymnasium.
So they're nuns at a
They are nuns at a Catholic high school,
Okay.
yes.
So I was thinking,
Yes.
The high school. So are they going to the high school?
They are-
or do they have,
They
okay.
are nuns at the Catholic
So they're all
high school.
teachers teaching nuns.
So, yes.
Oh.
So they're putting it on the stage at the high school.
Have any famous people done this show?
What famous, who's on the show?
I'm going to butcher her last name. Rue.
Rue McClanahan?
Yes. Yes.
What role did she play, do you know?
I believe she played Mother Superior.
Oh, she'd be perfect at that.
Yes.
She was a good
I'm not
actress.
100% sure
Uh-huh.
on that. I believe she played Mother
Yeah.
Superior.
Was it on Broadway or off Broadway when it was playing originally? I can't remember.
I just looked it up. I want to say it was off Broadway.
Okay. Yeah, there's some really great musicals that have started and continued
Yes.
on off Broadway, but never made it to the Broadway stage.
Yes, that is very true.
You know.
And this is one of them.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, I was trying to think of one.
What made you want to direct this play?
Oh, why did you want to direct this play?
Because I enjoy directing musicals, and this was the musical chosen for this year.
Uh-huh.
So, in all honesty, this is a musical that I was not super familiar with.
Uh-huh.
I had seen and listened to a couple times before putting in a proposal to direct it. Enough that I know the show.
Uh-huh.
So I've definitely become more familiar with it. I've got some songs memorized, and so it's been a really fun experience.
Oh, cool. So have you ever acted any? I know I've only worked with you from a director perspective.
I have acted here at Theatrikos.
Uh-huh.
I have been in The Eight Angry Reindeer years and years and years ago when we did that in the Black Box.
That's a wonderful,
It's
wonderful
hilarious.
play.
It's so fun. And then I was also in A Flea in Her Ear when we did that.
I don't remember that. I remember the play. Oh,
I was the
gosh.
topless one.
Oh, okay, now I remember.
Maybe, thank you.
That was such a hilarious play.
It was hilarious, you know, the French farce, Slamming the Doors.
Oh my gosh, in the
great.
bed and all that
Yeah.
stuff and the action going on and the slamming of the doors. And,
I definitely prefer to be behind the scenes, though.
yeah, you're more comfortable there?
I'm more comfortable there. I don't have to take my shirt off.
What are some of your influences?
So who are some of the influences for your directing?
Honestly, a lot of the people that I see here.
Oh, yeah?
Joe Maniglia is a big influence.
Uh-huh.
I've always admired his work. And then Scott Tigner, he's who I started out with
Yeah.
here. He lives in San Francisco now, but he's
Right.
who I started stage managing under when I started here. And Linda and Ginny as well. I've worked with them as a stage manager for them, and they are wonderful delights to work with as well.
Oh, that's great. So there's nobody outside of basically that you admire from Broadway or off Broadway?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Honestly, a big person that I admire within the theater world is my high school drama teacher, Janice Robillard. She was amazing and really helped push me
Really?
in the right direction.
So what did she do to help you move on? Because there's a lot of kids that kind of want to move into this kind of
Mhm.
thing as well, and teachers are a big influence.
She gave me a home when I was lost.
Really?
She did, and I can never thank her enough.
Oh, that's
So-
great. So again, with Nunsense, what are the dates that the production is going on?
The dates are July 22nd to August 14th.
July 22nd
Yes,
through August
August 14th.
August 14th.
Yes, Friday, Saturday nights, and Sunday afternoons.
Right, and tickets can be purchased online at theatrikos.com.
Yes.
Was it .com or .org? Okay.
Yes. And also at the box office too.
And at the box office, they can come in during the box office. And what are box office? I think it's what, noon to 6?
Noon to 6. Yep.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Friday, 3 days a week.
Yep.
So you have many options able to get tickets for the production. Also, what's wonderful too, which I think is a great opportunity that Theatrikos provides, is the ushers and the house manager are all volunteers. And so it's a great opportunity, especially if you're in need of funds or something like that, to usher.
Yes, to usher and come be able to sit in and watch the show.
Sit and watch the show,
Yeah.
and just help people to the seats, and boom, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for being with me tonight.
Thank you, and you guys don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great show.
Okay, I love you. And thanks. Thank you for joining us tonight on
Thank you for
Live
having
from the
me.
Theater. Thanks for joining us tonight on Live from the Theater Basement.
Thank you for having me.
The Macmillan Bard Kitchen, now open. The Macmillan is housed in the historic Bank Hotel building, built in 1886, the oldest standing building in historic downtown Flagstaff. Drink in the history. The Macmillan, number 2 Route 66, in historic downtown Flagstaff.
Our special thanks to Jamie Hasapis and Dani Commanda tonight, talking about Nunsense. And we've got a whole bunch of people it takes to make this show happen. All sorts of cast and crew and all sorts of good things. And we're going to get right on into some closing credits here and skip right through all these wonderful people who we thank immensely for everything they do for the show. Live from the Theater Basement, streaming live on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. and available wherever you get your podcasts, is a production of Theatrikos Theatre Company in partnership with Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase and Deuteron Films. Theatrikos Theatre Company, Flagstaff, Arizona, is the theater company of Northern Arizona and the Grand Canyon. Embracing the spirit of Broadway with shows like the hilarious musical comedy Nunsense, running July 22nd to August 14th. A great, great show. Dani spent a lot of time talking about it. I had the great pleasure of having a long conversation with Dani the other day about Nunsense and other theater stuff. Great show. You are in store for something wonderful. We thank Dani for being our guest here on the second to the last episode of Live from the Theater Basement. Live from the Theater Basement, the weekly podcast streaming show from Theatrikos Theatre Company, alternates between 10-minute short plays and interviews with Arizona arts leaders like Dani. If you as a listener viewer have input, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at theater@theatrikos.com. Live from the Theater Basement with new episodes each week on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. and available wherever you get your podcasts, is funded in part by Creative Flagstaff, formerly the Flagstaff Arts Council, and Arizona Community Foundation. Additional funding from Arizona Commission on the Arts, Flagstaff 365, BBB Revenue of the City of Flagstaff, Cav Country Radio, and patrons of the arts like you. Thanks for joining us tonight on Live from the Theater Basement. This is Theatrikos. Coming up next week on June 26th on Live from the Theater Basement, it is our last episode, our series finale. We'll talk about the mission and successes and failures of this show. It was mostly good, but not perfect. Our series finale, next Sunday, June 26th at 7:30 p.m. and wherever you you get your podcasts.